Hello and welcome into the sports update for this week. My name is Brian Dunn and we have some action across the entire Fall 2 landscape this week. Let's dive in and recap it all. The tail end of last week began with freshman football versus Medfield, the first home football game for all levels of the Fall 2 campaign. Both teams shared some struggles moving the sticks early, but once the feet got wet, Brian Keneally took over as tailback for the Mustangs. He evades a couple blockers and rips a TD run to open the scoring for the Mustangs in the opening half. Nick Gangemi answered quite quickly with a catch-and run of his own. With both teams tied in the third quarter, Brian Keneally went right back to work on the ground and punched another TD run in the end zone to extend the lead 14-6. Medfield had a chance to try and go for the tie late in the game, and who else but Brian Keneally seals it with the INT to add to his total and seals the win for Norwood 14-6. Track and field that Saturday morning kicked off their Fall 2 season with their outdoor hybrid meet versus Ashland. Mark Hoover caught up with head coach Matt Curran after the meet to get his thoughts on the season opener.
I think just honestly, I think it helped him. I think just being outside, you tend to run faster. Right. I think the times were a little quicker, particularly like the 300 where it's a less sharper turn. So I think just the facility itself was a difference. The weather holding off, we had a great day. You couldn't, late March, you never know what you're going to get. With it being so cold earlier in the week. This week being what it was really a good start. You look at the different event areas. The distance crew were a veteran crew, and they picked up right where they left off. I think they outscored Ashland 25-2. So that you couldn't ask them more than that.
Right.
Sprinters, on the other hand, and hurdlers, they're on the younger side. Primarily juniors and sophomores, and their times matched up great. A number of them stepped up, and we thought we were going to get in practice. Really did come about.
In varsity football action, the Mustangs opened up their season at Medfield, and they did not disappoint, jumping out to an early lead. Jason Dennehy and the Mustang offense drove up the field, capped off by Rob Wachowski's goal line run to put the Mustangs up 6. Already with the lead in the game, Mateer gets a step on his defender, and Dennehy drops a dime right into the hands of Brian Mateer. He walks in for his first touchdown of the day. We would see Mateer again in the fourth quarter as Norwood has a chance to put the game out of reach, and Brian Mateer has breakaway speed that is just too fast to contain. Breaks it outside, turns on the jets, and he's in for his second of the day. And that would be the insurance score to give the Mustangs an opening week W over Medfield 20-6. Congratulations, Norwood.
Back over to the Nolec Johnson Court, where we find volleyball taking on our crosstown rival Westwood for another 3-game slate. Westwood came to play. Some solid blockers and tough serves were tough for any team to handle, let alone Westwood. Although JV and varsity lost in straight sets, the freshmen were able to pick up their first victory of the season over the Wolverines in a straight set victory. Congratulations to the freshman squad.
And that's a recap on sports this week. We got a big one this weekend as varsity football makes its home debut Saturday as they invite a very, very strong Holliston program into town to take on the Panthers. Catch the action live on NCM at noon this Saturday. We'll be back for the recap next week.